Hello, hello, guys. Welcome, welcome. I'm so excited to be here. Welcome to Live with Jacqueline Valdez. I'm super honored for our next guest. He is so talented. He has so many things underneath his belt, but he is a multi-award winning recording artist. He has a song out now, his new single, By Your Side. So welcome, Etcetera, to the show. Hello, hello. Let me make sure we can hear you.
You get me?
Okay. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, what's cooking? What's cooking? Let me sit up straight. 'Cause I
Right?
gotta learn the difference. I gotta sit up straight. Yeah, make sure my back is arched.
I
Hold
love
on.
it.
Ready?
Arch that back. I
I
love
get
it.
my
I'm so
pole
glad.
dancing stance together. Hold on.
Yes, get your
There you
pole
go.
dancing
There
pants
you go.
together. I'm
There you
so
go. There
glad
you go.
we're finally
Yeah, I
connecting
got my
because we've
pole
been
dancing. Is how you?
talking. Yes, chest up, right?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
have to
I'm chilling.
dance
We
in one
chilling.
of
We
your
it's been
videos.
forever,
I know, I know, I know. And you have
huh?
been so busy. You have been doing so many songs and you've been writing so much and you are just blowing up the charts and blowing up stuff and just super talented.
I'm trying to. I'm trying to keep up. I'm trying to keep up with myself now. I'm not keeping up with anyone else. I'm trying to keep up with myself.
I love that you said that you're trying to keep up with yourself and not worrying about other people or trying to compare yourself to other people.
Nah, I don't have time for that. Time for that. I've been looking good for a long time. I can't worry about how everybody else looking.
True. How do you keep so busy and how do you keep so creative and continue bringing out music song after song? And they're all good songs.
Well, thank you. Oh God, thank you. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's because I have to be on platforms like this all the time. Like I have to be, I have to be live with you. I have to be live with other stations. So if I don't have anything that's hot, they're not gonna call me. They're not gonna ask me to be there. You only as good as your last joint.
Right.
Plus, I have a lot of good people around me that's, they'll tell me, you might want to do that song again. And I'd be like, why? That is whack. That's why. I'm like, oh my God. So my humility and my entire like being has to be surrounded by people that are not yes people and records that are worldwide. So I got to be able to cover a whole blanket. I just can't cover one dimension.
Yeah.
So when you don't see me in New York, believe me, I'm somewhere else. I'm probably in Missouri, St. Louis, Chicago, LA, because I'm Etcetera is multi talented. Plus,
Oh no, we're cutting out.
so I'm trying to like.
Okay.
No, we back. We back. We never cut out. When Etcetera's here, we don't cut out. Just little hiccups, but that's it. It
I
took me
love
too
it.
long.
Yeah,
It took me too long to get here.
right? You produce, you write, you sing, you do it all.
I'm trying. I'm not very good at singing, but the computer's a wonderful item. Plus, what I can't sing, I bring on people like the amazing Trisha Covington. She was Columbia Records. She was one of the '90s, like one of the top hottest artists that I know. I bring in
Nice.
people like Kaya Jones from the Pussycat Dolls. Wherever I can't sing, I let other people come in and do what they do best.
Nice. And I love that you said that. You bring other people into the picture that have talents that can contribute to yours and you let other people shine as well. And that just
Yeah.
brings you up.
Yeah, we sort of like cohabitate because their audience becomes my audience becomes their audience. So that's what music is all about: building each other to a certain plateau, and then letting the world see, the product.
Yes, I love that so much. And your new single, By Your Side, tell me about
Yes.
that.
Well, by your side, we did it a little bit ago. We decided to release another record first because it just wasn't that time.
Okay.
By your side, a gentleman named Thane Brown had introduced these three records to me, and the beat that you hear for By Your Side, it gave it like this whole '90s feel, and I believe that the '90s is like that golden era of hip hop, and it
Yeah.
brought so much, it when you put those records on, it brings about an emotion. So when I listen to that record and it's raw before, I put I put magic onto it. It was already magical, but I put some more magic onto it. I just knew that the flow had to be similar, but sped up to like a now era. And instead of me trying to get an artist from now to create a 90s song or 90s vibe, I I went back to the 90s and got a 90s artist to do it. What gave that authenticity, got that word right, thank God. Um, you know, that that just brought out that feeling. And what's
Yeah.
so crazy about that record is that I know I write, I do everything, and I try my best to do everything. I can't do everything. But Trisha Covington's daughter, Gianna Park, she's 18 years old. She wrote that hook. And for
Wow.
an 18-year-old to write a hook that era that she wasn't even born in shows the powerfulness of that era. And to come across and just Trisha delivered it like, I mean, she
Wow.
delivered it like Uber. She was like gong. She was there, and I was just tracking her progress. And when she delivered it, she's like Uber Eats. She came right to the door with it.
I love it. Yeah, there's nothing like the 90s music. Me and a good friend were actually talking about that recently, how the 90s music is it's just such a strong, like you said, powerful emotion. And there's just like nothing like it. You can't really, compare.
You can't.
It's
Even
great.
it was a very very great era, and I'm watching how Jada Kiss, and I'm watching how some of the artists from the '90s are sort of like resurfacing, and I just
Yeah.
want to be a part of that conversation. Also, with the record, I didn't know when we started playing it. Radio DJs, big shout out to all the radio DJs start playing at iHeart. Big shout out to Charlie Sharp. Big shout out to all the DJs in New York City and around the globe, DJ Tonka, all of them that was, they sparked the DJ scenario, Power 105. They really sparked the record to grow the way it's growing, to, move and the fans to make it move up the charts. One
Yeah.
thing that came out of that is um in that conversation, we got feedback about the record. I said, "Oh my God, somebody's gonna say something negative. Here we go." They was like, "No." It's like, "No." The record
Wow.
actually helped me through a relationship in the pandemic. It helped me through an anxiety because the song is called "By Your Side." It almost brought tears to my eyes for a second. I was like, "What?" And they were
Yeah.
like, "Because you always need someone by your side. You need
Yeah.
someone to be that stronger person than you. It could be you could be the strongest person, but even the strongest person needs someone by their side to keep them going."
Yeah.
And they were like, "That's what it brought for me." And some people even said it brought back that Marion Meth feel.
Mm.
And I was like, "What?"
Wow.
But then, I started like going through it and I was like, wow, it does. So
Wow.
when we started the song, it wasn't like that. But then now I'm looking at how it is manifested into, they're putting it on certain things. Like we're able to do this, we're doing this benefit concert called Victim Voices. Going to be live stream. It's a virtual benefit concert. It's about
Wow.
victim women that abuse, whether it's verbal or sexual or physical abuse. And they're like,
Wow.
that song was like the one of the most powerful songs. And I'm like,
Wow.
that's a lot of pressure. So but um we thought that and people like, it helped me with my divorce, it helped me my
Yeah.
husband. I mean, I had a young lady, she's actually a host for a radio show,
Right.
um Mind Minx. She told me that that song, when she listened to her husband, she was like, it caused us not to break up. And I was like,
Wow.
or get back together. And I was just like, don't do that to me, because now you're putting a lot of weight on the shoulders.
Yeah.
And but I was just so taken aback. And
Wow.
she says, no, I'm serious. This is not like a publicity stunt.
Mhm.
So when the press release went out, it was based on that. Thank you to Elsie Who.
Wow.
Um, she was my PR for New York,
Yeah.
and she was like my all around go-to person. When she put
Oh,
that together and went out, I you know I mean, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to be on the live with Jacqueline Velez, because I wanted all the women to hear it.
yeah. And I love it. I love that from your song and from your creation that so much, like you said, has manifested and affected so many people. And it's just this huge effect, domino effect of making an impact and then helping with this, cause. And it's so much bigger than what you had originally
Yeah,
imagined it to be.
yeah. It actually grew bigger than what we thought. That's why we had to take a little step back from the video, because the video has to represent the new
Yeah.
leg that it's grown. We can't just say that, oh, let's start a video, dancing. It has to be a theme video. I
Yeah.
would tell you what the theme is about, but it's real powerful, and we wanted to make sure that the
Yeah.
point came across, and we want people to get it because we wanted to spread like any other video, but we want to go further. Like we want to hit MTV, MTV1, VH1, BT, her, and Aspire, and all the platforms. But we
Yeah.
want to deliver a message. I mean, I believe songs should have messages. I believe it
Yeah.
should be about love, be about something. So I can do the other songs all day every day, but when it
Yeah.
comes down to really production, you know I want to
Yeah.
make it count. I want to make longevity records. That's the reason why I think I'm still here, because I'm making like longevity records.
That's so funny that you said that, because I was going to ask you how you're able to still stay so relevant, and you've been continuously making music and making an impact for, a while now, and you're still just as powerful, if not more so, in the industry.
Well, I first of all, I thank God for everything. Like everything, every plaque I got on the
Mhm.
wall, every stream, every download, every every dollar. I thank God for allowing me to see that God gives you a gift. You don't use it, He takes it away. So, I want to make sure that I'm appreciative of the gift He's given me. Plus, I treat this music like a relationship. Like
Yeah.
you can't let your relationship get stale. You can't really, you gotta like surprise it every day and sneak up on it, kiss it in the neck, the relationship. You gotta do it, kiss it in the ear. Yeah, surprise it with diamonds every now and then, you know.
Yeah. I love it.
So I jump. I do the music. I love it. I love being an artist. I love writing. I come back out. Then I do the films and the soundtracks, the source music. I even got Oscar consideration last year, and just those new things come about. I don't brag about it. I just do it, and just walk the walk.
And I think that's why so many people love you, and why I love you so much too, is you are
Oh,
just so genuine, you're so humble, you're so kind, you're so talented, and you are just so giving with your music, and just really want to evoke emotion in people. And music is beautiful. Music, can completely transform your mood and make you more centered, can keep you, entertained. It can keep you out of depression.
well, yeah. Then and you know
Yeah.
knowing that that's what happened when this song sparked it. Depression and anxiety was one of the factors that you know help people. I think I'm going to even change the direction a lot, even for the next project. As I'm doing the album, that changed the direction of the album. Um, you
Wow.
know, I want to make sure. Oh, let me introduce you to someone that also is one of the reasons why I do this. Could you come in for a second? Come in.
Oh, someone else is
Okay,
coming
that's about right
on.
there. You gotta look at it. It's genuine. You hear me? See that?
Hey.
That's my son.
Oh,
Oh,
hello, hello.
oh shit.
How old is he? Oh no, we lost him. Oh my goodness gracious. This conversation was just getting too hot. We ended up losing him on live with Jacqueline Valdez. So we are talking to multi-award winning recording artist. He is incredibly talented, producer, writer, musician, singer, and we are talking to Etcetera. and his son did a pop-in appearance. So hopefully we will get him back to connect and we will get back on. I see him coming on, so give us a second. He's back.
There you go. I'm sorry. Sorry. There you go. Yeah, I'm sorry. I think technology is unpredictable. But I showed you. Did you get a chance to see the reason why I do some of the stuff I do?
Yes, your son.
Yeah, he said it right here. He's the one. He's like one of my head A&Rs. Him and my daughter. They like, Daddy, you might want to change that. It's corny. I'm like, what? Like,
I love it.
So I tell them, but so far they rock to everything, and I make sure that they, they're taken care of. They're my executive producers on everything.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
So nice. Yeah. They must be so proud of you and so inspired by you and your creativity and all of the arts that you have in the home and around them.
Well, they sometimes they just be like, Daddy, and I'm like, wow.
Thanks.
Even when we go out and people be like, oh my God, etc. Like, ew, that's just my dad. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, he's like, who are all these fan people?
Yeah, like, hey, can we get back in the car now? I'm like, wow. Don't matter. And that keeps you humble too. It's like, I said, could you let me say hi to somebody else? Like, hi, he'd be like, I'm going in the car. But now I get them more involved.
I love it. And I'm sure they probably do keep you grounded and keep you centered and to the contribution of keeping you humble.
Yeah. Because I no matter what happens, I feel like I work for them.
Yeah.
And, and I work for like my team around me. Like I got a gentleman named, Art. His name is Art Holmes. I feel like when he calls, he'd be like, oh, listen, superstar, we got. So I think I do more because I want to uplift a lot more people. And even when it came to Lamborghini, when I became like the global brand ambassador for Lamborghini Champagne, It was like I sacrificed some things so that they can have. So, because I believe the more you bring people up, is the more you stay on it. And the more that, you give, the reason why you get blessings is so you can give blessings. So, I try to help them. My man Pop, I know he's probably listening, and I hope he don't chime in because he likes to take over the whole conversation. But, he do it. And I have to give a big shout out to my man Tony Rock, because ever since we linked up, he's became like one of my biggest supporters. And introduced Tony Rock. I know all but he's Tony Rock. Even though he's Chris Rock's brother, he's still Tony Rock. And my man Kenny, they and my man Dio, they've been like my biggest supporters. And I, as much as they think I don't care, much they think that I'm never, they gotta understand that, I have to make moves to stay where I'm at.
Yeah.
But Tony Rock, no matter where he goes, he shuts down like comedy shows, and like I like to give a big shout out to hip hop superstar, and I'm like, that's real dope. Nice. I do it too. I shout him out every show. I shout him out every show. I know he only probably like a portion of it, but I shout him out every show because he,
I love it, and that's so important.
Reasons why.
Yeah, that's so important to have that support and to give each other support.
Yeah, I support them. Like he has a show coming up in Jersey this Saturday, and I know I have something to do. But he spoke to me last night, and I was like, I'm coming to Jersey. I'm gonna sit in the seats. I don't care what happens. I'm sitting in the seats, and I'm going to. He's a funny dude too. I can't say I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh, but he's a funny dude. Him and Wavy McGuire, they're gonna be out there in Stress Factory this Saturday, all this week from the 26th to the 29th, I believe, in New Jersey. Yeah, you got to come out and see them. I know you're not there, but people got to come out and see them.
Yes, definitely. I was just telling a friend earlier that I have not really traveled much really since the whole COVID situation, and I miss traveling. I miss going to New York. I miss going to California. I miss doing performances and dancing and stuff like that. And I haven't done that the last year and a half. Yeah, so I will have to make a trip out there sometime.
Come on. I mean, you're a Florida, correct?
Mm-hmm. Florida.
Yeah, Florida, they do what they want. I mean, I want to go big. They want my sister's out there in Miami, and I was like, I'm coming. They was like, oh, 1 second, it's a lot going on. I was like, wow. But I'm looking forward to getting back on the road. I've been doing certain spot dates. I did an event with Power 105, which is in New York. I did an event with and I knocking the dust off a little bit, and we had up and it's time to do what we love, because I see the shows are going out. I think it's time.
Yeah, I was going to ask you how COVID has affected you, and if you have not been out performing as much, and if you've just been writing more and been inspired to keep creating more.
Yeah, I mean, during COVID, the song I have with Bill's Way Up, and the song I have called Dance for You featuring Kaya Jones of the Pussycat Dolls, that was, it was old and crazy rotation prior to COVID.
Wow.
I actually we did like a whole we did shows with Face. And then we went to the Grammys and did the show, pre-Grammy shows, and we were rocking San Diego. And all of a sudden, COVID said I was going to headline South by Southwest at one of the venues, and COVID said, no, we're not going to do that. But the momentum came, and we just started. I just became more creative in promotion, and came from it. Um, you know, I really supported that record, and today I started being a brawler for that. This source you would say now, maybe it was theaters now. I did the lead song for Monster, produced by my man Morocco, so Morocco Turner, and then right after that, that actually stupid. Wow.
Oh no, I lost you again. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, come
So I've been
on.
keeping busy because we have contingency plans.
Right. We lost like a chunk of that you were just saying
Oh, we
because
did?
yes, the connection was really rough there for a few minutes, and then I lost you for a second.
Tell me where I need to plug in. I'll just say. I'll make it brief.
All right.
So,
All right. Yeah, you were saying I was asking you about performing and about being more creative during COVID.
oh, okay. Well, I wrote a lot during COVID. Like I was saying, before COVID, I did the shows with Wyclef. I did the shows with Scarface. I did the shows at the Grammys, pre-Grammys, and the record was already in serious rotation after that. So we just got more creative and was like, placing the records, and it just drove up the charts. The sales went up, the streams went up, and we wanted to just keep the momentum. So it kept the momentum straight through the middle of COVID. Plus, you know, it helped that I was also doing movie soundtracks. Like I did one called Bare Knuckle Brawlers. Bare Knuckle
Oh,
Brawlers, I have the lead song on there that Morocco Phenomenon Taylor produced. It's called it's called Brawler. I had a movie over in China called Monster, which we had the lead song, the only lead English song called Monster during the COVID. It was going in. And then I did records with Father Goose. He's like a family music artist. He did Playhouse Disney prior. So
wow.
those records were still running simultaneously. So I was running Way Up featuring Bills, Dance for You featuring Kaya Jones of the Pussycat Dolls. We were then going through the soundtracks. I was doing from China Brawlers. So I was going full steam ahead. So, COVID really just sat me still, but we were still
Right.
moving. So I was on charts. I was on multiple charts at the same time, multiple streams. So my name, Etcetera name was out there like
Yeah.
what else is this guy doing? And then I got the Grammy. I mean, not the Grammy. I got the Oscar consideration during that
Yeah.
time. So I was really, even though we didn't get the nod, we still got mentioned. So I was, considered. So I was still like, yo, hey, I was still out there.
Yeah.
So I couldn't, so by your side and all through that time, I had people supporting me. People was
Yeah.
like by your side,
Yeah.
everywhere from, like I said, Art, Holmes, Tony, we were supporting each other, people was like helping. So, and then, my daughter's clothing line had came out as you have the Do You Boo line. So that was running continuously. And, you know, we was cooking. We were cooking. We were cooking. And I
Yeah.
was just very supportive.
Yeah, and I love that you're so
So,
supportive of your kids, and your kids are so inspiring as well and so talented as well.
well, I have a motto in the house and they know it and they can tell you, right? The motto is, as long as you're not on my payroll. That's the motto.
Yeah.
So, but I want them to be more adventurous. I want them to go through school. I want them to do things. But
Yeah.
also, every day counts. Everyone's not here. We're here for a spell, and then what happens after that? So
Yeah.
just like what you do, I'm noticing a lot of stuff that you're doing, and I'm watching you, and I'm like, wait a minute. So, like I'm saying it live to you. Since the new Boo clothing out and the Boo clothing line is doing good, we're trying to get Jacqueline Velez to be one of the models that we promote on the billboards. I'm just waiting for a photo because she has the shirt, she has everything. Waiting for a photo so she
Yes.
could be one of those fashion models that we could put in those magazines that are calling us or we're reaching out to. We say, here's a picture, and this is what she does. Bingo. But
Yes.
we still have to wait for her people to call my people and for her to agree to it. All that red tape celebrity
Yeah.
stuff that she does.
Love you. I will definitely send you guys a picture soon. And it's such a
Yep.
comfortable shirt. I love it. And I love how
Thank
it
you.
glows and everything.
That's a motto. The K Marie Project. I want to shout it out before she kills me. The K Marie Project, Do You Bull? It's in two major stores in New York and in Jersey. The spot that used to be formerly Albee Square Mall, City Point, and it's in the second largest mall in the state, the American Dream Mall, in Designers Market. So if you see the line, it's a beautiful line. It's one of the models is color is everything. Is Do You Boo? It's a meaning behind it. It's like, don't be anyone else. Do not be you. It glows in the dark. That's one of the things. Is custom denims. Custom denims mixed with Swarovski crystal,
Hmm. This was one of,
custom designs. It's beautiful.
I was wearing it in the
Oh, you should.
studio.
Yes, yes. See, that's that. See that shirt? If I get a frontal and like, ta-da, I want to be able to put it up. Plus, I want to do your shirt with so I can see, on a pole, I see the wonderful, there you go. There you go. There you go. See, I mean, I'm just
Yes, I
waiting.
will. I will pole
I know the
dance in
red
it.
tape.
I will pole dance in it, and I will send you a
Yeah.
video, and I will
If I
send
get
you
a
some
pole
pictures.
picture,
Even
if
better.
I get a pole dance picture standing next to the pole with your arm like this on the pole, I'm good.
Sounds good. I love it. Yes, I'm gonna have to dance in one of your videos one day.
Yes.
We're gonna have to make that
Yes. Well,
happen.
we got probably the next song. Yeah, listen, we'll do the by side video. It's probably gonna be theme related, but it's gonna be a performance scene. So, you know, listen, if I do the soundtrack to this new movie that's coming out, if I get a chance to do it, then that might be a scene. I saw the scene you did, I saw the video. I saw it.
Uh-huh.
Listen, I saw the one you did with the singer in the dance hall. I think I got the song, but I saw you got a chair. I was like, okay, flash dance. I see the flash
Yeah.
going on.
Yes. I love it. You're watching me.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
That's
And
my
we've been
job.
talking about talking for so long now. I'm so glad that we made it happen. It's been so much fun. We're going to have to do it again next time when we're not having as many internet
Yes.
interruptions. Yes. Was there anything else that you wanted to
It doesn't
tell the
matter.
viewers?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They can go download by your side. Just come in. You won't be disappointed. I guarantee you. You can go to iametcetera.com and see all everything that we're doing. The real Etcetera and IG. Also, looking at the tour coming up. It looks like it's gonna be not as long because there's still a lot of closed things, but we're gonna make something happen. And just keep watching. I mean, let them, keep watching, keep on track so we can keep the movement alive.
Yes, yes. And as soon as this interview goes, yes, and as soon as this interview goes up on YouTube, I will have your information posted so people can find your website, they can find your Instagram, and then also, guys, don't forget to download By Your Side and show some love and support. And of course, I'm going to keep following your journey and keep watching all the stuff you're coming out with. I'll have to put some of your songs on and dance in my studio to them.
Yes, yes. Big shout out to the that sent me over up and I'm posting it all across the world. That's By Your Side. You can actually go on the real Etcetera IG and see at least two of them. There's two more that just came in that we're gonna post, but they're really dope dances. I mean, wow. Like, I'm just waiting for the Jabberwockies and to do it. They're doing a really good job. Big shout out to the dance teams.
Wow.
That's gonna keep us on rocking, happening on their rotation.
And I love that you do so many shout outs and that you are so appreciative of all of your team, your support system, your family, your friends, all of the fans. And that's one of the things I love about you so much is just you're so genuine, authentic, and real and just down to earth.
Thank you. I'm trying. I'm down here on the earth. I might as well be, I'm here.
Yeah. I love it. What is it that you want to be remembered for?
Humility.
Oh no, we lost him again. Oh my goodness. He's back. Slowly coming back, slowly coming back. This interview is just so hot. I don't see you. I see a little circle swirling around and that's it. He has just so much. I can hear you, kinda. There he is.
You see me?
I see you.
Yeah.
I see you.
Yeah, I just want to be known for. You get me?
I don't hear you. I don't. I don't hear you. I can hear you now. You're frozen. Hello. We're on with Etcetera, and we are just burning up the internet here that we are having a hard time with this connection here. He has so many incredible things to say, too. So I was asking, what do you want to be remembered for? Let's hope we can connect.
Generosity. You can hear me? Tell me.
Generosity.
All right. Probably that's why. Humility and non-selfishness.
No.
And just a dope ass entertainer. That's what I want to be remembered for.
I love it. You are so talented and you're such an incredible entertainer and your music is just dope as hell. And you're just such a kind person, such a genuine person. And I'm sure your kids are so proud of you and so inspired by you. You're already such a huge inspiration to so many people.
Are you
Of course. It was such an honor and such a pleasure to have you. And I'm going to have you on soon again because we are going to redo this conversation without this many interruptions because we have so much more to talk about and so much more to say. Hello, hello. It's good to meet you. I love it. Thank you so much for illuminating the world with your presence. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. It has been such a pleasure, and we are going to have to redo this again with less interruptions, less internet issues, because there was just so many gems that you were dropping and so much inspiring stuff that you were saying that I'm hoping we'll get a chance to get others to hear more of. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. It has been such a pleasure and such an honor. Thank you for illuminating the world with your presence. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching Live with Jacqueline Valdez, illuminating the world one voice at a time. Thank you, guys. Lots of love and light. Take care.